Hello folks, you're with Edward out here in my travels on the 26th of March 2024. Just had a pretty good thunderstorm. They said thunderstorm and more like a good rain. See much thunder. But with the rain that we had, we'll probably have a little flooding down here. We're going to take a cruise down through here and see if we can wash off the underbelly here of the old Jeep Conestoga and see if there's any flooding. I'll be right back. Okay folks, gonna go past a couple of old storefront homes right here. I'm doing a video a little later on as many of them as I can find here in the greater Kalamazoo area, and there are at least 40 of them. It's homes with little storefronts built onto the front. So they're storefronts. This used to flood quite a bit here along 3 ponds. They're not looking too bad. But we get down here near Crosstown and Portage, we'll probably pick up some water. Be right back. Okay, we'll see what's happening up here. The creek doesn't look too bad. It's not over the banks. And generally right through here, no pun intended, where Gordon Water Service is. That used to be Engel Volkswagen right up here on the right. Used to be able to go in there and buy a brand new Volkswagen Beetle in the 60s for about $2,000. Right there, they were stacked up. But nope, no water here today. Don't think there's going to be too much flooding. We just didn't had enough rain, hard enough rain, but not for long enough. Here's On the Rocks. That was here when I was a kid, On the Rocks party store. And it was owned by Mr. Rock. And he used to have a powder blue, it was a 59 T-Bird parked right there where that pickup truck is. And he'd park it sideways, parallel to the road right here. Beautiful, had the Opry window in it. Right there, On the Rocks. Over here on this corner where you see the sign shop used to be the beer store. It was A&B or J&B Beer Store, and it turned to Ideal Beer Store. And that's where people would go in there and buy nothing but beer and wine. That's all I had for sale in there. And on the corner next to it, to the left, it's right on the corner of Portage, was another building. It was a 2-story wooden structure, actually almost a 3-story, and it was a little hotel back in the day with a restaurant there on the first floor. I'm gonna go around this way and take a little different route. We'll see the way the storefront of this old building looks right here on the left, just over the tracks. That was similar to what those storefronts look like behind me there, the Ideal. And right here, yep, thank you. Right here, in that area, was an ice cream place where the popsicle guy would come out of there with his popsicles, push them around, and had all these young boys working for him, pushing the popsicle carts all around the neighborhoods. I think that was called Have a Bar, but I can't remember. And that was something else. You never know. These old factories and warehouses down here. It's part of town. A lot of employment down here in the day. One of the brick streets there. Right over here in this area, in the 40s, 50s, the 60s, there was a company that made landing craft. Amphibious landing craft, and it was right over here on this side too. Now they have a paper company in there using that building. But we'd come through here when we were boys. My father would drive us through here, and there'd be amphibious armored vehicles that were parked all around back there. This building right here on the right is the Kalamazoo Downtown Pistol Club. It's a firing range right there. There's the backstop inside. Sorry about the video here. Whoa. And we're going to turn right here next to the old Eckridge plant, and I see that there's a building next door here that's been raised. That was here last time we came down through here. I don't know what that was, but it's not there anymore. I'll be darned. Everything's changing. You don't come through here for a month and find things have been raised. And we're back here again to about where we began. The downtown VFW right there, the corner. And back down here to the Bronson Hospital area, Kalamazoo. They parted company recently with the helicopter service that they used. And this is Kalamazoo Valley Community College, by the way, right there in that corner. And so now I guess there's no more helicopter service here for the hospital. On TV it said something about they were going to stay but not service the hospital anymore. So we'll go up here and take a look. There it is, Air Care. We'll see what they have going up here. Doesn't look like much of nothing. Pull in here. Well, the helicopter's put away. There's the hangar. I can see it in there through the windows. You can't, but now this little building right here that's attached. Now you can look in through the window. You can just see the open door of the helicopter right in through here. See, we'll zoom up on it a little bit. See right in there? Doors are open, waiting to go. But this building right, or this doorway right here, these double doors in this end of the building, this was the Southwest Michigan hyperbolic chamber in there. And if you had the bends, if you were diving around the Great Lakes here, or any of the lakes, and you got too deep and you got nitrogen narcosis, this is where they'd fly you into, post haste, and right in here you'd go. They used to have the sign on the door and everything, Kalamazoo or Southwest Michigan hyperbolic chamber. And I don't know if it's still there or not, but it sure isn't marked anymore, so I don't know. Now I understand that there was one in Detroit, and I think there was one in Chicago. And there's this one here. There's our old property right there in the corner. That's where my grandmother's house used to sit right there. And we'll head on up here towards the home 20. Go down here past the State Theater and see what's playing. Never know. Nice night like this. Nice Tuesday night. At least we'll get to see what's up and coming. See some of Kalamazoo's old downtown mansions. Get a little more precipitation. It's one of Kalamazoo's beautiful little downtown mansions, nestled right here, right next to what used to be the Kalamazoo Gazette. Now it is mixed-use shops and condos. There's the State Theater. That's what's happening. Yes, sir. I always get hung by this light. I can't understand it. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. Why does this always happen to me? Oh boy, have I heard it at this light. I've been so-called hung here at this light, not only driving myself, but in the presence of other people, riding with other people. And it doesn't matter where you come from downtown, for some reason, you always get hung at this light. And so, yeah, I've just been through all of the things that people say, you know, like, for crying out loud, every time. You know, things like that. Gordon, write the city commission. And other things like that. And anyways, it always turns green and we can get going and forget about all the, what my father used to call harping. But with all that being said, y'all have a great rest of your day. It's going to be a little rainy here for the next day or two. Tomorrow I have a lot of business to take care of around town, and so forth. And the day after tomorrow, a friend of mine I have to bring to the airport. She has a death in her family. Her mother passed away out in the Pacific Northwest, and so she's going out there to handle things and be there with family and so forth. But anyways, I'll see what I can do about getting a couple more videos to you without windshield wipers and so forth. It's been great to be with you again. Great rest of your day. Take care.